I didn't just buy Bitcoin at $1. I bought it at the $32 top in 2011. And I was ridiculed and laughed at as it dropped to $2. I feel your pain, Michael Saylor. I feel your pain. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5. Hope you're doing well. Man, you know what? You're hating right now. A lot of people are not even watching these shows. I mean, if you look at my numbers, it's just dismal. I just can't seem to break 10,000 viewers now that Bitcoin is just absolutely cratered. The hate, the lack of trust and belief in crypto without it going higher so that you can point to it and say, look, I'm getting rich, is the only reason why most people are not here now. They're gone. They've disappeared except for you guys that are watching right now. You are true believers. You understand that although Bitcoin will have a season of downside, it will have also a season of upside, massive upside. You'll get to laugh the last laugh, just like Michael Saylor will, right? In the end. But right now, we're just going to have to, suffer through all the people who think they know better, who say, oh my, I've seen this video on X. Oh my God, Michael Saylor's so dumb for buying the top $120. 120K top. Okay. You just don't get it. If you think he was wrong for that, can I ask you a question? If I were to offer you Bitcoin at $32, that was a top, right? In 2011, will you take it? I see. That's going to happen for Michael. It will never come back to $32 and it will never come back to 120K. Try to get that through your head. Never. That's going to be a bottom one day. You're never going to see that price ever. Now, either you realize that now and do something about it and start buying a little bit, even TSATs, right? If you say, well, it's too expensive. Well, this is why I created TSATs, so that you can buy Bitcoin, right? A small amount of Bitcoin without actually paying huge fees just to transfer it to yourself. And you could own it directly. It's not like, I have to buy it through an exchange and leave it on the exchange because I don't have much to transfer. No. This is Bitcoin on blockchain. You're like, well, wait a second. No. It's not exactly Bitcoin. You have it in custody. Well, I don't have it in my custody. I don't have it. And no one has it in their custody. It's actually on Solana's blockchain and on Ethereum's blockchain, and it has a separate system that's decentralized. So you can transfer your TSATs straight into Bitcoin. No person's going to say, hold on, who are you again? Where did you get those TSATs? And why you want it in Bitcoin? No. None of that is going to happen. And that's why I made TSATs. So check it out at Satoshi15.com. That's Satoshi15.com. Link is in the description. Actually, no, it's not. I better put that links in the description starting today. Actually, I will add that in the description. And it'll be part of our description from now on. Okay, that said, let's go on to the news links and what's in the description. Let's show you what's in the description right now. So if you scroll down, if you're watching this on your web page or something like that, or even if you just if you're watching on your iPad, you can still see the description. And if you just hit the like there, if you just do that, even if you're watching on a phone, you can stop, you could turn your phone to the side and hit that like button. It would mean the world. And you could actually look at this description. If you could just open up the description and do one thing for me, one thing and one thing only, right? You can see I don't have the Satoshi15.com here, but I should put it up here. I will do that going forward. And if we you can click on ByBit Bonus, right? You know what? Maybe, I'm thinking maybe of giving away, because I redirect you guys to this page, maybe I'll redirect a special person to gain $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. Maybe. I haven't thought about that. I was thinking about it just now. That would be good. So I just could come up in the next 10 days. All you have to do is click the redirect, log in, right, to your account, your ByBit account. Even if you haven't signed up under mine, you can still get your $20, right, worth. So you could just log in and sign up, okay? All right, I appreciate that. Okay, let's start off with today's news. MicroStrategy struggles ahead of earnings after the latest Bitcoin crash. Yes, 2026 has brought the crypto market to its knees, which was already under pressure since the flash crash of 10/10/2025 last year. Okay, Bitcoin, BTC crashed below 73K. Well, actually, it went to 60K, right? On February 3rd, 2026, I checked. It's the King's Coin's worst crash since early November 2024. Ooh, since like 2 years ago. Wait a minute, there's been worse, okay, all along the way. Trust me, and that's okay. Right, as per on-chain analytics platform CoinGlass, over 660 million worth of crypto positions have been liquidated since within the last 24 hours. It includes 500. When was this article written here? Let's see here. It's a little bit late. Yes, the February 3rd, but that's okay because I'm talking about Michael Saylor's understanding that Michael Saylor's Bitcoin strategy, which they're going to make a lot of money, more than you think, because it's going to be the world reserve currency. And yeah, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. I'm going to explain something about what this means and what this is going to be for you, because everyone on this planet will be struggling to get some Bitcoin, even governments. Why? Because governments don't trust each other, period. Businesses don't trust each other, period. But we need to transact, right, between two honest actors, or one honest and one dishonest actor, rapidly. And Bitcoin allows us to transact with that. Bitcoin is the only asset that ensures that all sides get what is coming to them. So one way or another, right? So it's a fair system. We're right now in a trust-based system, and that trust is being eroded. Bitcoin is not a trust-based system. It's a fact-based system, an absolute. This is what MicroStrategies and Michael Saylor understands. This is what you need to understand. Once you get that, you're really like, I have to get that. Yeah, that's why Michael Saylor is going absolutely ape nuts for this, as much as he possibly can, coming up with different strategies just to get more Bitcoin. If you can get that through your freaking head, you'll do the same. Like I am doing, like my friends are doing. You will non-stop trying to load up with Bitcoin, because it doesn't matter. Any kind of business you can make, will not outperform Bitcoin unless you get lucky. Unless you're like less than not even the 10%. So let's just say 10% of all businesses don't go bankrupt in the next 5 years. It's 1 in 10, right? So if you were not one of those 1 in 10 over the 5 years, you're not the one that's actually made a 50% CAGR. I mean, everything that's put into the business, means that you've gotten that back out. You're not in that category in that 5 years. In order to get into that category, you had to be a 1% company, right? Just to get out what you just put in, right? Oh, no, sorry. Just to get out more a 50% KGAR year over year over those 5 years. What you put in. There you go. So if instead of building a business, I do just saving the Bitcoin, I could get more than actually investing in a business? Yes. And yeah, I mean, you could try on your own because a lot of people do with their Bitcoins, and a lot of them regret that, right? A lot of them do, right? A lot of people say, damn, one, if I just kept it in Bitcoin, I'd be better off. Two, I wouldn't have the stress of this business. Yes, I like it, but still it's stressful. Do you want to be in that jacket? Okay, you don't. All right, well, back to Michael Saylor. Okay, now Michael Saylor, co-founder of MicroStrategies, now Strategy as a software company in 1989. But when he came across Bitcoin during the coronavirus pandemic in 2020, he decided to turn his software enterprise into BTC-focused digital asset treasury, DAT. Yes, actually, the first time he came across Bitcoin, he thought it was crap. He thought it was nonsense. He only realized what it was when his company was being shorted to the ground during 2020. That's it. He started looking for solutions to that because they said that he can't grow. He tried growing the company. He can't grow the company. So his income, although fixed at $70 million a year, his cash pile at $500 million, right, was just going to go down by 50% in value in the next 3 years because of the amount of money they're printing. So that's why the market was shorting him to the ground. And so he said, well, I got to fix that. And started doing some research and found out that Bitcoin would be the best asset to protect himself, his company's wealth, and going forward, increase the value of his company. Lo and behold, mofo was right. That was obvious. You need to figure out that this is an obvious thing for you to do now. And I'm not talking about holding an ETF either, or asking your bank, hey, can you get me some Bitcoin? Or going to Coinbase and storing it. Yeah, Coinbase will hold it for me. No. Any of those options, you don't own any Bitcoin. Somebody else might, but it's just not you. So, with that said, you make sure you take possession of it. You want to learn how to do that? Of course, I've got the school, right? You just head over to davincij15.com and join us, okay? Going back here to Michael Saylor's story, the way other public companies hold cash on their balance sheet, a DAT company holds crypto assets like Bitcoin on its balance sheet. The company continued to buy Bitcoin over the last half a decade to emerge as the world's largest Bitcoin treasury company. As per the latest updated strategies, held 713,502 Bitcoin on its balance sheet. Jesus. Wow. And it's just going to grow. When Bitcoin surged, strategies roared. But cryptocurrencies crash in October last year turned out to be a particularly sour experience for the company. Yeah, well, I mean, priced in the stock, yes. And a lot of people started hating it, yes, because they can't handle the volatility. And yes, right now, Strategies uses a metric called the market net asset value, or MNAV, to compare its market value against Bitcoin's per share value. That's what it has on its balance sheet. And that has fallen below 1, right? And that's okay. That's okay. That means if you buy MicroStrategy's share, which I'm not recommending you do that because it's effectively a 3x leverage on Bitcoin, and that means it's 3x down on Bitcoin when it's dropping, and the MNAV will drop. But you are effectively getting exposure to Bitcoin at a 3x leverage using the MicroStrategy stocks. Now, the reason why I don't recommend using stocks is because, one, the stocks, you don't own them. Two, when the music stops, you'll learn that the hard way. Yes, you are a temporary owner until the system breaks. That's what you are. You're like, what? What did he say? You need to learn. If you said that to yourself, right, and that you don't own stocks, right, and you just figuring that out, man, there's a book on this, right? I mean, I've already knew this before this book came out. It's called The Great Taking. This will explain it all. Right? It's all set up so that you get nothing. Oh, well, not quite. Paper money that they printed a lot of. You get a lot of that. You get a whole bunch of that, right? But no, nothing that has real value. That's what you're gonna end up with. And hey, you'd be like, that's okay. I can pay my debts. Right, buddy? You have no clue what is going on if you're thinking, yeah, I'm glad to get all that free printed money. No clue. Then you are completely clueless, right? And you'll get it. You'll get it like a Jew during the Nazi decided to when the Nazis decided to take over financially. That's what's going to happen to you. You're going to be financially executed. Okay? Now, you could take the time to get it, right? And walk out of the system like, I don't know, the smart people such as Albert Einstein, or you can stay where you are. Up to you, your choice. All right. Moving on, let's go take a look at the charts of Bitcoin. Getting rich with Bitcoin, that's step one. Keeping it and making it work for you. That's the game. I have the cheat code. Come and get it at b4b.dj15.com. Wow, this is like really difficult to read, but overall we are in a bearish situation. It looks like I highly doubt they're painting the tape. It looks like we're gonna come back down and maybe bounce at the 78.6, which is the 62,500. And then start to take off from there because, well, let's just take a look at this. Because right now, we might be creating an M pattern. It might not be this one that plays out, actually, because I bet you I don't think so. So I think it will be this one where we're going to come back down a little bit, bounce back higher, retest the highs again, and then fail. So I bet you it will be something like this. Down. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Below. So maybe I'm not going to do the Hail Mary. Yeah, I'm not going to do the Hail Mary. Because, yeah, it looks like we're going to go at least below the target low. I would look to short this up anywhere up in this area and add to the shorts all the way up to the last high up here at 72, around 72.5. If you're interested in shorting this is probably the likely scale. Likely, but not guaranteed, because I'm looking at the 200 period moving average. And I'm like, we're too far away for it. I think we have to be really, really close before that happens. And usually we have to, like, on the 4 hour, it has to be closer before we actually start to do that. So we got a long more way to go before that happens. So let's maybe you should wait Don't just start shorting. Wait until this M pattern is confirmed before we actually jump into the short. But in the meantime, I think we're going to probably come back up to retest the highs before we go breaking down. I don't think we're going to break down just yet, but a breakdown is imminent. I wouldn't be surprised, right, if we if only if we break out above the 72.5, that we continue going higher all the way and closing the gap to the $84,000 mark for Bitcoin. Ethereum, well, I mean, Ethereum, Jesus, man. I can't believe, here's the thing. If we were to figure out where Ethereum is going to go from here, it technically could break records on the downside here. I mean, absolutely devastating levels here. Jesus, how is this possible? I'm not sure if this is possible. But we're talking all the way down to $1,000 technically. Oh man, I'm afraid to show you where this can go technically. It's sick. It is absolutely sick. Right? And I mean, yeah. It's devastating. Devastating. Under $1,000. Just what the hell's going on? I don't know what to tell you guys. Right? Let's take a look at Solana and see what's going on. And remember, if you guys are interested in trading this, you can trade this at bybit.davincij15.com or head over to x.dj15.com to choose the right exchange for you, because ByBit's not for everybody. You have to be able to have ID and stuff like that. WeX is no ID, no nothing. You can do it yourself. Log in and start trading right away without providing any ID. Okay, let's take a look at Solana before we close it off and decide what's going on with Solana. Again, Solana has the same kind of deadly path that could erupt here, but I don't think so, because if we take a look at this long drop here, if we were to take it, it would take it below zero, right? So I don't see that happening. So don't worry. Yeah. So yeah, there it is. So effectively, I think the only move it's got left is only down. I mean, we already got into the 66, but the worst case scenario is probably if we take this level, this one here, this particular move. I know it's very shallow. Let's take that one and drop us down to the, I don't know. I think the 50. No, I really think the $46 is probably the right target, not anything else. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't see any other AB equals CD that's valid, so I'm not going to do it. I don't think there is anyone. I don't think there's any chance that we're going to go below the $46. I mean, we could go a little bit lower, but odds are when we get there, it's going to be the biggest bounce ever. And if we take our time and we did consolidate, maybe come back up and then go down, it's just going to be a quick, and that's it. That's the lows. That's the lows. Even if we stay around there, that's the lows, and that's where you want to buy, and that's where you want to load up for the future of Solana during the next bull market. Okay. With that said, there's no other asset you want to bother investing in except for Bitcoin for the long term. Yes, I do agree. There will be coins and assets that outperform Bitcoin in the short term. Yes, 100%. 100%. But make sure when you do decide to invest in those things that you always move back into Bitcoin. Why? Because that is your wealth storage vehicle. Not dollars, for watching.